So this game is fun. I gotta say that. This game is a fun game, but fun isn't always enough to justify $50. What makes this either worth the purchase or what makes it something you can wait on? Now to start off, this game is gorgeous, like beautiful. I love the sprite work. The music is lovely. In an age of, DLC costumes running us more money than a character costs, being able to customize actually does go a long way for me. But of course, the gameplay is what's most important. The game is fast. You have tons of mobility no matter who your character is, and the roster of 13 unique characters, when I say unique, I mean unique. Everyone's tools are radically different, and you can play an armored tank of a zoner, an armored tank of a grappler, or a mix-up teleporting zoner, and just awesome things. No matter what your playstyle is, you will find probably multiple characters that will interest you. I have a hair in my mouth. All right. Sorry about that. So I think even the coolest thing is the fact that, well, I've said very complex and deep. I actually think it is one of the best, if not the best, beginner fighting games I've ever seen. So if you are a new player to fighting games, if you are wondering, is this worth picking up? I've never played one before. I strongly suggest you listen to what I'm about to say. And even if you're an advanced player, I think that these are really important concepts to go over and can help you probably recommend this to a friend that you want to get into these games too. Starting off, this game, just like Dragon Ball FighterZ, has auto combos, but they go about it, I think, in a very strong way. A, B, or C, which are the strengths of your buttons, no matter which one you're doing, if you rapidly press it, you will get the auto combo. Now, what's good about this is that you can be doing a reverse beat chain, you can be doing something really intense, and if you start to lose where you are as a new player, and you do start to mash, you suddenly will get a launcher, you'll go up in the air, and you can just, cash out, as I'll call it. You just cash out, hit, yeah, you won't get those couple last hits, but you'll bring them to the ground or do your air throw or whatever it is, and you will return to an advantage state and at least go back to some form of pressure. You can offload that mental thought of and then I do this move. You don't have to stress about that. But if you are an advanced player, trust me, the options that you can then explore from that, it's not like you're always going to be I want to do, don't worry. There is so much to unpack for these characters. What's also really cool in terms of being able to unpack and do a lot of different things are that each of these characters have, their special moves, which to a new player might be too hard. In the middle of a combo, getting a perfect quarter circle into the correct, disc that you're throwing or slash special move, that can be very difficult. So what's nice is that this game has 4 versions of a lot of your special moves, doing either your A, B, or C buttons that we've talked about, with C being EX moves that use your resource on the bottom, but the ones that are your moon drive, I believe it's called, your moon attacks, those are done just by pressing a direction and pressing your BC macro, or essentially one button that we'll call your super button. Pressing the specific direction, let's say back, for example, on that button, will give you the moon version of that special move instead of doing the quarter circle backwards. So what this does is that if you're a new player, you at least have one version of every one of your character's tools easily at your disposal. So this is really strong because you don't need to fully stress on all of the, if you're a new player, you're not thinking, oh yeah, so I'm going for my 3,500 damage combo, not my 3,390 damage. You don't care about that. You're caring, I want to do my projectile move because I think that they're going to run at me right now. And this gives you an option to execute on that. And then as you get more comfortable, then you can start recognizing, oh, this is actually the better time for me to do my quarter circle back B1 or whatever that thing is. But you have an entryway to playing that gameplay and sculpting your game plan that you can then build on top of. And for all of you advanced players, again, it is a new version. It's not you're using the moon version for an easy B super or a B special or C special. No, it is a completely unique one. So you have 4 different versions of your special moves to execute on and try all different kinds of things. So that's really cool. As far as learning all these things go, I think the training mode is very comprehensive for what they're trying to do. You can easily go through it and it'll start you off on the basic. Hey, this is how you walk left and right, all the way up to this is how you parry a parry and go into this and blah, blah, blah. So it's a very comprehensive training mode. And what's really nice is The missions for every character start also basic, just showing you their basic moves and such and such. But then you'll have multiple complex combos with each character that are quite hard and show you a lot of the potential avenues that you can start going and explore with your character. Plus, if you're a new player, you can even watch demos of these challenges and, you know, maybe it goes like, oh, wow, that was really cool with that. Okay, I'm playing this character because that's the kind of thing I want to start aiming for and work my way up towards. It lets you set goals really easily. And again, see some really cool stuff. Okay, so that's all the positives. And if it was as easy as just the positives, I would be saying, buy this right now. So the negatives. First off, while the game is beautiful when you're playing the game, it is very obvious that the budget went to what you are seeing when you are playing the game. The menus, while not too important to me, you know, it's a total package, and this is definitely where it's lacking. It looks like a very cheap, like, web game in that sense. So if that matters to you, you know, that's important to say. There is also no definitive frame data in this game. So while they give you all of these tutorial options to introduce these higher level concepts or show you potential ways that your character can go and develop, nothing is saying definitively, hey, this move is, you know, -7 frames on block, or this is a safe move on block. Like, there's nothing peeling back the curtain, you know? So if you want to learn all of those specific things, you'll either need to check the fan community, like collaborations on wikis, or stuff like I plan to make guides on this game because, I mean, I do that for Strive, and I find that to be something that's lacking because games like this aren't adding things like frame data. So you'll need to probably either fully research on your own by labbing, or, you know, it's kind of we're all in this together and sharing our information as we develop the game. Finally, the last thing, and this is very specific because I've heard on PlayStation that this is not as big of an issue, but on PC, if you don't have an actual person, like a friend that you're talking to and planning to make a lobby together, or like maybe you find someone in Discord, it is really hard to get online working. Now, it's only day one. They're probably going to have a patch because I'm sure many people are reporting this, but it is not good. I have to be 100% honest with that. If you are buying this game so that you can instantly jump into a match with a random person online and you're playing PC, do not buy this game. Straight up, do not buy this game. You will not get that right now. Now, you could always buy and then refund, but then you lose that option of buying and refunding later. So if that is immediately what you know you want to buy this game for, do not do it. However, I need to reiterate, if you are a new player trying to learn the game, like I, again, really enjoy practicing these characters, figuring all this stuff out. So I have found it worth it. I've already sunk multiple. I cannot refund it, and I won't because I don't want to. I need to reiterate that if you're just looking to just jump into a match on PC, don't do it. As far as console goes, I've heard that it's not as bad. So that I can't really speak to, but PC, yeah. And then the stuff that's kind of medium on the game, story mode's fine. Like there is single player content, there's arcade, and it's a little better than just, you know, battle 1, battle 2, battle 3. They have different difficulties, a score attack, and they add a little bit of the story, like visual novel aspect to the game. So that's kind of cool, but it's nothing too crazy. You're not getting a full comprehensive story, and they kind of layer where it's like you finish this person's story and you get this one's, but it's not like, it's not a long narrative. Like you're not getting the web novel or the story game that it's based off of. You know, you're not getting that. So just temper those expectations. And well, let's just say that your nameplate and your customization of you, the controller of your character, is interesting. That's they give you options. We can't deny that. They give you options, that's for sure. But so that is my initial takeaways from the first day and the best things I can recommend. So in summation, game is incredibly fast, incredibly fun, beautiful music, beautiful sprite work while you're playing. But the menus in itself and the connection for PC is definitely lacking. So if you are an experienced player that is, you know, you immediately just want to jump into matches with random people, I'm not sure I can fully recommend it to you. But if you are a new player and you're looking to get into fighting games and you like anime games, or you like Tsukihime and you like this kind of style, I can recommend this game, and I do think it is worth that $50 because the beginning of a fighting game is the most fun. Even the pro players, even returning players from the series are learning the game at this time and figuring things out. And being a part of that learning is really strong. You can start making connections and talk to people and figure stuff out. In stream today, I realized that the reason that this combo works is my character that I'm playing, Red Arcuied, she has this dash forward where you can go through someone and claw someone. And I was looking at it as a special move because it's, you know, it's a crazy move. You're moving forward, you can get mix, all these kinds of things. So I was like, wow, like it's so weird to think of that going into another combo. And then I realized that what the input is pressing forward and a button. So if anyone's played Strive, it is the same in combo datlings and strings as a 6P or, you know, a forward slash. Like, and that to me was so crazy because in that game, every forward slash, you know, it's just extending your hurt box or whatever. But in this one, I'll put it up for you, it's this lunging attack. And the moment I was like, oh, it's that. So then I can go into any of my my moon specials, you know, or quarter circle or super. To me, I was like, oh my God, like, wow, that makes so much sense. And it made learning all these things so much easier. And same for the people in chat. They're like, oh, wow. So that's a really cool and very basic. But again, if you're a new person learning this, that's something you're definitely not thinking of. And we just figure out as we go. So I hope that this helped you in your decision. And if you have any more questions on this game, I mean, let me know. I'm going to be playing on stream and keeping up with it. So, you know, you can always get a taste by asking and getting opinions as they evolve. And I'll be sure to make more Melty content in the future. That said, hope you have an awesome rest of the day, and I'll catch you around. Peace.